Hello to everyone who may or may not be here. Sorry I'm a little late. We're continuing playing the Great Ace Attorney, which challenges us to, which rewards us for engaging with it intellectually rather than for any kind of violent accomplishments. I forgot to say this on Tuesday. In theory, if it's working, there should be a little thing where you could click on and actually give me a tip if you like what I'm doing. It's there's absolutely no pressure, but I just figured I'd put it there. If you like what I'm doing, send me a little tip. But I know that there's a lot going on these days, and not everyone is in a position to do that, and I'm okay without it. So I just want to make sure that, don't feel an obligation to do it. It's really just, it's a nice thing, and I'd appreciate it if you can do it. But there's no pressure, and and to be honest, I'd rather you find a charity to help people these days. Make sure it goes straight to them, not to some, CEO's pockets or anything like that. Or, if you are someone who's going to get affected by a lot of the stuff going on today, keep it and make sure you have it for when you need it. This is really like, hit me if you can, and it's it's safe, and you can. I'm sorry, there's a lot of sort of, but I really care about other people, and I'm okay. But I did want to create something where you could tip me if you did want to. So that is an option. In theory, if the thing is there. Which I don't, to be honest, know if it is. So, put that out of the way. May shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying? Consul? No. What? I'm not sure how to say that in Irish myself. I will be still using this again. Hopefully it can help me make sure to maintain all of my voices, similar to how I did last time. Let's see, try number 2. I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean? Consul, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness stand. And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage. If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Let's say I'm not go with there's another entrance. If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
Objection!
I wondered what you fantasy would come up with your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows. Fixed windows, which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the
Objection!
door. But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really?
Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin.
All right, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred. What on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
Let's see. Okay. I want to say the skylight.
Take that!
Yes! The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say the skylight. I say the skylight.
Objection!
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me at a loss for words. However,
Objection!
The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass.
Objection!
so you claim. Or do you have a shred of evidence to support your out-of-rate theory?
Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained, as the sound of the victim falling from his seat having been assaulted with the dagger.
Yes, it had, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses described? A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact.
Good gracious!
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin.
That's simply impossible. How can you be so sure?
Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony.
Well, yes, that's true, but...
Monsieur humble fellow, make a wee comment here.
Mr. McGilded.
To be sure now, the two fellows who were sat on the roof testified it afore. Said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Tis a case of them being unable to say.
What?
I think perhaps the two fellows do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Which is not to grieve, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Oomph.
Oh, my goodness, show me not. Fear number 3. There you see traps on the roof.
You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were? Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
You rotter, he said. You rotter. What are you insinuating?
This is a flaming outrage. I've good mind to give you a blink eye in a minute.
He'll give you a shine in a minute, he said. So will I.
Mr. Fairplay, you're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and a well-respected beggar,
And me, a very angry hatter.
suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's... Ah! I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right, I protest too. You rotten scoundrel.
Order, order, order! This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. Ah, it's outrageous.
It's very hurtful, you know. It's very hurtful, you know.
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Sheiks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst for the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse witnesses without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young witnesses, that your command of the English tongue is wanting, rather. Your proposal is that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation. I know I was rash with this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought.
What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow.
No, that's not
I thought there was something fishing about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. What's happening, Mr. Nye?
Spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy. Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. My lord. You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. Keeping pushing forward. Right. Anyways. were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
If anything had happened up there when we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill this man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith. That's right. You see?
Innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another.
What? According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings.
I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stickin' rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. Right, okay.
Hold it!
So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck?
Absolutely not. Dickon!
No question about it, he said. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here.
Is this true, Mr. McGilden?
Dear me, but at the risk of repeating myself. I mean, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone. Not at all inside him, Mr. Nope, that's not an Irish accent. Hold on. So many voices. I boarded the omnibus alone, not at all inside almost immediately. I boarded the omnibus alone, and not at all inside almost immediately. Boarded the omnibus alone.
That's an outright lie. Without doubt you were engaged in.
Let me stop you there for and ask. Do you have any evidence at all? Do you have any evidence at all? Ah. It's all about evidence, of course. It is, so it is. I do well to remember that.
Ah, I saw you! I saw you with my own eyes!
This is going so well.
Hold it!
Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus, at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly.
Is this some kind of lark?
Is this some kind of joke, he said. Is that what this is? Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly.
Are you fair dinkum, sir?
Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you.
I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again.
That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you. And we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any intrusion would have unlocked it and let me in when I opened. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies, and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie. That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. No,
tend to be seeing things that aren't real and cold. It's hardly surprising.
Seeing things. Seeing things.
I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point.
You!
Don't take it personally now that if I'm suspect in this case, it's only fair that you and the other do not do. Open free competitions with capitalist society is all about.
This isn't a competition. This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really.
Hold it!
So you'd never met Mr. Thrice-Faced Mason before? Oh, no, not once, never.
Never met the man before, he said. Never!
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either?
Absolutely, sir. Adams did have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
No, I imagine not. You see, how many different ways could I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection.
No.
Remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the
Excuse me.
Mr. McGilded. Yes, Counsel. What can I be doing you for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder. What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, Tess.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe it's fast approaching, is what? The repayment date.
I beg your pardon.
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
That's an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
Well, that is such a begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fellow to pass his crimes off for another.
Ah!
And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir?
You're only making ads for a living, do you not? Not their top hat sliding about on your head. Is this one of your own creations, is it?
No, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand? And learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door.
The perfect fit, is it?
Well, it is a very distinctive design, sir, it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch.
Customers.
Which is Thrice-Faced Mason. Ah.
That was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord. Oh, this you mean?
I can't help but think that the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats.
Hey, aye, that is. So, if you'd seen the rick maker, was a customer of yours? So, as a customer, I wager you could have had a wee quarrel with the distinctiveness of the goods.
No, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
There's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't had the remotest connection to the victim, you see.
Arrest my case.
You little weasel. Ah! He's better at this than I am.
Gosh, Mr. McGilded has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Please, don't make this an interruption of the proceedings.
Hold it!
Are you quite certain about that?
The skylight was shut the entire time.
I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was overnight. So it is. Of course, Besides, Mr. Mason would like to break right through it. Still no. What? Just looking at the side of the thing, you understand. Ah, now you hold on a minute, sir. The size of the thing means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind. Loudly. I shocked myself with it. This happened. This is an unexpected condition, Mr. First. I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as Virgo did. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabin of shade. The skylight doesn't open, you see. So that proves it. We couldn't have kicked the victim down in the cabin below, I tell you. Neither of us could. Nobody mentioned anything about kicking anyone. Like I said, these details are little nuggets at best. This is a motherlode we should be looking for.
Hold it!
Proof. That's right. I demand to hear it. We came here to say what we saw, I tell you, not for this. But you call us both shysters, branders of us criminals. You call us liars, that's what he means, and accuse us of doing it. As it stands at the moment. There's no hard evidence to incriminate yourself now, is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another. Ah! I don't crack this case soon, I'll crack his teeth. I wonder if these two men really were involved in something. I couldn't say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. Gilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of the trial. Evidence. No one can argue against decisive evidence, including the members of the jury. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence? Yes, Mr. Naruto, precisely. Certainly see inside the carriage that's opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the closed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. Doesn't seem to be a handle or catch of any description, so I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cavernous. That certainly looks like a handle, doesn't it? He said he was inside the cabin that time.
Objection!
clearly something odd about the last statement made by the witness. There's clearly something odd here indeed. Well behaved, Count. Oh, haha, please, don't mind me. That would be significantly easier if you would lower your... I won't lower my hand until I prove my client's innocence, as long as it's quite quick. Okay, so, mess up there. Really felt like that was it.
Objection!
Nope. I'm sorry, Johnson, but I failed to hear the prediction. For heaven's sake, would you kindly desist from that wide-eyed, panic-stricken look you are wont to wear? That's the only panic-stricken look I know. What am I missing? Come on, that's a handle, right? Or... it's something. Not a handle, but it's something.
Excuse me.
Whoops. Didn't mean
Hold it.
sorry.
Objection.
Didn't think so. Oops, no, not again. Ah! I can't prove another person was up there. Proving that they didn't notice is...
Hold it. Wait, that ain't.
There we go.
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade. It opens. Hmm? The skylight. This is what we're talking about, right? And the skylight's open. Pretty easy. No. More easily than you can load that weapon. That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I break wind, You can't do it from inside, you mug. Oh! few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck at one of the tracks, and I had a great haul. I mean, I had persons coming up to me as, Mr. Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got waste to me. All four of them surrounded me. They couldn't talk to us and they get to me. So what I did was I used the skylight, opened the cage and jumped right through. What? Yeah. The cage for the skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open it from the cabin. The skylight opens from the roof deck. Bailiff, climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify the witness's claims. Yes. Oh, my hat. See? Order! So it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens from the roof deck. Mr. Narahara, this could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. Hold on. Now I can. There we go. Okay.
Objection!
Let's just consider the implications of that statement for a moment, shall we? What? Wait, what? What implications, Counsel? Nothing strikes me about it. Exactly, there's nothing striking about it. What does strike me is your propensity for the name, however. Thank you, Counsel, that will do. I've seen enough. According to the powers vested in me by Her Majesty the Queen, I declare no further examination necessary. As such, I will be requesting the final decisions of the members of the jury. Are you all ready, Mr. Foreman? Yeah, I know. And we're gonna reload it from...
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to rub it in. I know. Yeah.
Hold it!
Wait, that ain't.
Excuse me!
Oh, that's a... The dolphins. Skylight. That's what we're talking about, right? skylight's open, it is easy. You can't do it from inside, you know. You can't do it from inside, you know. Oh, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck and we were in the house. Wait, damn it again. How about that? I missed that last time. Isn't that blood? Right there? Well, that's definitely blood, so... Alright, we're gonna save here.
Objection!
Wait, why the hell wouldn't that... We literally can open it. How is that not an inconsistency in that statement?
Hold it!
Oh. So I just press it. That's annoying. But we know now that the skylight does in fact open. And what's more, the cache that secures it is found on the roof deck side. This is getting flaming onkus. This is getting absurd, he said. Completely absurd. That's right. Neither of us even knew the skylight had a catch. If we didn't know, we couldn't have opened it. We couldn't have opened it. And if we didn't open it, we couldn't have kicked the fellow down. Please, where's this idea about kicking the victim through the skylight coming from? Whoever designed these characters anyway? Fancy not being able to open the skylight from the inside. What about breaking wind? They took off. There's no point having a skylight if you can't spell your embarrassment, is there? Really getting off topic here. If you actually have a point, I do enlighten the rest of us. I'll tell you what my point is. Oh, okay. Now...
Objection!
Wait, what? I'm so confused. Like... I have proof. There's the frickin'... There's blood on here. There's blood right here. That's proof. So why won't you let me... maybe I can look at it from down here?
Why someone like me? Huh? What is it? Look, just here, look at this. That's without question. It's blood. It's blood. Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? There we go. That was kind of annoying.
Objection!
Now it's proof. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, you didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom. Counsel, my lord, I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight. There we go. Oh, present, right.
Got it!
By Jupiter, is that blood? Ah! This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the closed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No! Order!
Hold it!
But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. It only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient. And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convenient. Let's keep it in mind that this skylight catch can only have been fastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? Why don't you? It's all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from the Fahrenheit right there. So it is. There's the aftermath that shows There's the aftermath that shows that the poor fellow dropped from Fahrenheit right there. So it is. What? No. But it's all.
Hold it!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can. Yes, sir. It's clear to me now that where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's characters being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us a delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
On three, then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what should you be referring to there now, Lord Vinzeeks?
A blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why?
For one one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see. And it's
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety that no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began. Are you suggesting, Lord Benzix, that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes, and well discorded. What? What's up, Padawan? I must say, I didn't expect such clear reason, prosecutor, your standing whimsies. That's all I'm magnificently gilded. Fail no longer with the capital for his fine contributions to public life. But don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's wrong over top of the reef out of the barrier. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts.
Adapt the facts? What does that even mean?
When you rule the fortune size of Mr. McGilded, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut-tut, Lord Benzix. This will all do, to be sure. Which now, counsel? No. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a district man. The blood on sky didn't exist, you say? But if yours will cast your minds back, it is not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time. How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood into the world of my wife's skin? Isn't that right now, counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time according to the decision. Not the entire time. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter in your own words. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nibbity's friends has no intention of running from this deceit. I'm sure everyone's still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Jean Lestrade. What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face. Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. And I bet Gina did it. I bet Mr. McGilded paid her. Are you wise? Are you wise?
What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger? Feckless gouger? You're supposed to be defending me. She's a wicked plot. She's a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Objection!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies such as... To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smell of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I've said, it was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Benziques, no one is able to corroborate your claims. It's true. When the omnibus was first pulled out, but the storage compartment and the skylight was shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus? Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I'm sure there is. My lord. Yes, counsel. There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you'd better start watching your back.
Objection!
Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. Yeah. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. No idea what's the truth and what's deception. What's disbelief? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial? There we go, that's it.
Got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I can recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good lord. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. This trial is over. Mr. McGilded, I've done everything I possibly can to It's all over now. But you're the defendant. 'Tis o'er, I tell you. Memory, recollection. The people think they saw. It's all nonsense. Facts are what counts. In fact, he said bloodstain is there now. Well, over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, it good for not to Reaper the Belly has felt to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zieks. Well, my lord. I must concur with the defendant. Well-affirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Zieks, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we've explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my education. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. A formality. As things stand at the moment, it seems that Mr. McGilden will be found not guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Yes, my lord. The defense believes. Definitely got a save here. I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilden. However, at this moment in time, I cannot, in all good conscience, attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good gracious me! Order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. The defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question. Are you of sound mind? Oh, it is a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, Sergeant Plus. A grand decision. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Ah! Your job here is done, fella. It's some fine work you've done, so you have. What do you mean? It's just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put it before. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how do you put it now? Nothing more than a formality. I really don't know what to make of this. Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake? His lordship would be filming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of properly, as I say. You sticky rich are always guilty of something. You mock my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the love of God. Now that the proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, Mr. Lord. Wait, I don't even know it. I thank you kindly, my lord. I thank you kindly, my lord.
hereby pronounce the verdict of this.
Objection!
But we still have to determine if the bloodstain on this is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth.
Lord Van Zieks, my lord, the case made by the prosecution is flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perverse injustice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection!
But, wait. When we were evacuated from the court, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court, and consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
Well, Lord Van Zieks, it's been a pleasure such as. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Oh, you don't mean to tell me that this has all been a grand waste of time?
Here's the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this land further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McGill.
Grief, you have more to say to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Something to be looking forward to then.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty.
This is an outrage. Is there any evidence? What are you talking about, man? He's clear. He's innocent. Certainly was a long trial. Yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Mr. Sano. Thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did. Mr. McGilded. That girl is with him too. It seems the stories are true. Huh? What stories? The six enormous fireworks that they shut off from his verdict guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. I've heard you to tag, I suppose. But not to be deceived. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not really sure I did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out the free man's? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. Yeah, straight talking fella, aren't you? I say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're strong, but you're young and headstrong. 'Tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilden, on having your name cleared.
Nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh, hey. They've all seen that I didn't do the holiest at absolute. 'Tis grand, is it not? Yes, suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and such as the new details. Let's see if it's from as he is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be provided a good number of the wages from the taxes I pay. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. Ah, you list. Yeah, how many people are you? You're from the east. Well, if you insist. I have this, still, is a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilden. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? You're sure that I was led to believe? I hope it's not inconvenient, sir, but there are some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so until then. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
They're going to examine it again? Now?
Actually, I'm under no obligation to keep on any more of this matter now. But as an upstanding member of the society, I do be doing my best to do what I can. It's a gentleman's duty, sir, it is. So then, very well. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. Oh, I'll be having a whale of a time with your study in here in Great Britain. And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Ah, no, wait, oh, no. Don't move. As I wanted to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? I ate all grown-ups. Ah, there you are. Who is... Ah, there you are. Naughty, running off like that. This is some kind of... Who's this little girl now?
I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to this trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Yeah. Excuse me, but who are you?
Good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
Inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull and true. White, and more white. If you have to be shredded and smoke, it could at least be a pretty colour, so I thought to myself.
Do you have to be shredded and smoked up at all?
I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
Tell her what's it, what? What this girl's talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory.
What? What for? To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician. What? You mean, say sorry?
You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before.
An adult? I don't listen to no adults.
Come along then, follow me.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. Fine, come with me, really.
Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours.
Well, we'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
She was a lively one. Okay, the voice for her is...
I'm so sorry for all the fuss. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too?
Yes, you're right, but... Where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner have we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally going to spend today in search of lodging.
But at this late hour of the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
That was not thinking of McGilden. I know it may be a little chilly this time of year. Usefulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an autumn one. That doesn't sound real. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilden down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Or mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Valium warned, the case was far from over. Alright. Oh, what?
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water!
Whoa.
Quick! What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating. No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
This can't be.
Okay, we are going to wrap it up there. I'm pretty tired, and you know, it's a good place to stop. So, whoa, wow, looks like there were quite a few drop frame rates this day, which is unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just, well, here's someone, I don't even really know who they are. They're just, well, I know who they are. I followed them, but I haven't watched them in a while, and it just made me nice. So I'm just gonna send you over there. You know, it's not much, but it's, I think I remember watching them. They're cool.